Hello, everyone. Hopefully, you can hear me. This is Terry Brookins, and this is Beaux Magique Live. Thanks, everyone, for showing up. Even if you're not here yet, that's okay. I am happy that you are here. Thank you so much for joining me. Um, it's been a great time. I know it's been a very long time since we've actually had the live. I think it's like July last year. Things got busy, things got crazy, and yeah, good times, good times. As you can see, I am in the offices at Beaux Magique. I got my books behind me, I got my guides behind me too. Everything is good, everything is fantastic, and we are hanging out just adjusting some lights here so you can see me a little bit better. Yes, people, I know I look a little rough. Get it. Good times, good times. But it is what it is. It's been a crazy year. It is fantastic to see you. Even if you aren't here yet, that's okay too. Just adjusting my wig here, making sure I look all right. Excellent. So, welcome. As I said before, my name is Terry Brookins. I am an ordained minister. I'm a first degree Correllian priestess. I am an ordained minister. I am a licensed wedding officiant here for the province of Ontario with All Seasons Weddings. Great. We are in the fall of September 2018. As you can see, look outside. It's a little gloomy here in Schwa, but it's okay. Right now, we are in the full moon of Aries. Yeah. So, in case y'all hadn't remembered, I got an Aries moon. It's a little crazy. I kind of want to burn things all the time. Yeah, that doesn't work out well for me. Not with the full moon in Aries, because the full moon wants us to like chill out, think about it, think about all the things that we want to like send out into the world. And sadly, that cannot be accelerant and flames. But we also have to remember that the sun is shining as well. So we have the sunlight and the moonlight at the same time. So we're trying not to like, get caught or anything. That would be great. But we are doing our best to kind of chill out the hot-headed, aggressive behavior because, yeah, yeah, it's kind of like that. So here we're in the harvest moon. In the olden times when we were all farmers, now would be the time where we were actually out in the moonlight, still bringing in the harvest because we had the actual light to go, the light to actually still work later in the day, later in time to actually bring in more of the harvest. So in the last harvest of the year, harvest time, harvest home is also known as second harvest. So this is the time where we're bringing in the last of the things. And as we all know, one of those last things that we're bringing are apples. Apples bring cider. Cider eventually becomes delicious in Applejack and slightly mead. Hi, Chelly. Nice to see you. Right, so it is Monday, also Moon Day. Today's a day that we work on all those manifestations that we're working on because that's what a good Monday is for. So as we're trying not to be hot-headed and aggressive because we're going to get caught. Right, so we work on manifesting. So as we're chilling out, let's try and work underneath, figure out what we can do. Let's try and get caught doing something that's fantastic, that's actually going to work out for us later on in time. That's a great idea. So don't get caught doing something bad. Get caught doing something spectacular, doing something good. So that's what I really wanted to say. So if you really wanted to have a great time, if you wanted to look further into astrology, I highly suggest that you talk to Franco at Soul Body Astrology. He is fantastic. Also, coming up, you have to look forward to me reading the horoscopes again. Yay! I love reading the horoscopes. Look for those October 1st. They would be fantastic. Hi, Danielle. Nice to see you. Thanks for showing up. It's fantastic. So yeah, so there's Franco's link. You will see a whole lot of other horoscopes read by me and one by my good friend Debbie. Yeah, so I find that reading the horoscopes is fantastic because let's say you're out of time, you can always like download them, listen to them on your way to the work. They're a great way to have a nice reminder because you can also listen to them again as the month goes on, just as, they'll sort of seal the deal, make sure that you really take the message home. But once again, see Franco at soulbody.ca for a full natal chart. Do all kinds of things. Hi Casey, how's it going? Nice to see you. Look, I got my wig on. Isn't that awesome? But yes, so those are awesome things that are happening. So yes, it is 6 minutes in. I am already freaking out because it's been a long time since I've done these. I know it's a little dark in here. I'm still having a little trouble with light. I was really sick for about a month. I had a really loud sound go off in my ear. My ridiculously tiny ears, God, they're ridiculously small. They're like child size, much like my wrists. Hi, Monica. Nice to see you. So yeah, I had a really loud sound go off in my ear, this one, which triggered migraine, which triggered vertigo, which triggered all kinds of things. So I was basically laid low for a month. I was not happy about it. Yeah, it was uncool. But I'm getting better. But once again, it's a little dark in here. Can't do a whole lot of light, but we'll work on it. So sadly, sorry everyone, I don't have any new tarot decks to show you. Sorry, I don't have any cool ones. I don't have any new ones. I have a few coming up that I'm working on getting. Yes, Chili, the sickness was super suck. It was horrible. Yeah, so I have a couple of decks on the way, and hopefully next month I'll get to show you because I am a tarot deck freak. As you all know, if you haven't figured out by now, I am still a student of graphic design. I got my degree many years ago, and I still love art. I still love the messages that art gives us because a lot of times art is a lot of like sense. We aren't quite sure what it is, but eventually we do get the message and it moves us in a way that we really can't quantify. So that's what I really love. Hi, Mark. Yeah, so I'm enjoying that. Those will come up. So let's talk about some stuff that's coming up because I always love a chance to talk to everyone about what's happening in the world, what's going on with me, and where I'm going to be. If you are in Toronto, which is Toronto, I will be at Toronto Pagan Pride, which is coming up in probably just a week or so. I'm not stressing at all. I don't know what you're talking about. There's no such thing as climate change. There's no such, there's no place like home. There's no place like home. Yeah, so I am definitely preparing for that. I am in the lab. I am packing up. I have extra minions to help me pack stuff up in the lab. So that will be a great time. I hope to see all of you there. We're going to be Witchwood Barns, bar number 4, the stop. It's going to be a little bit inside, so it will be actually a little bit warmer. Yes, Jen, 6 days, that's right. It will be warmer, but definitely come out, bring everyone. Dancing Lights Grove will do the main ritual. They're friends of ours here in Schwa. And yeah, it'll be a great time, and I really hope to see everyone there. There's a whole lot happening all over, everywhere. I do highly suggest that you check out the Facebook page to see all the events that are coming up. Yeah, and if you really don't want to do that, that's totally fine. I do suggest that you do check out my website, beauxmagique.com, which I will put the link in right now. I do my best to make sure all the things are there so you can see where I'm going to be, so someone knows where I am at any given point in time, because that's a thing. Yeah, so I hope to see everyone there. Please check out everything on the webpage. If you'd like, you can also follow me on Instagram, because I know a lot of y'all are doing the gram. I don't get it, but okay. We will hang out on the gram. You never know where I'll pop up. These videos are actually kind of fun. I'm getting a little bit better at it. So you never know. I may pop up with Instagram Live with some friends, because we do that. We're a little mischievous. Aries moon, what do you want? You're lucky nothing's on fire behind me, but I do have candles. Yay! Right, so what has been going on with me? I had a great time with some friends. I hung out with Zach Louis and Andrea Vitamus. We did some fire magic. It was great. It was at Wujichuan Life Wellness in Toronto. Fantastic clinic. It was great. If you didn't go, y'all missed a good time. It was really good. We worked on some hardcore fire magic, some hardcore chaos stuff, and it was a lot of fun. I got a chance to be in a room with great people and talk about, the hardcore magic stuff, where if I just talked about that in Tim Hortons, I would probably be asked to leave and not do seances there anymore. Philistines. Anyway, yeah, so hi Steph. Nice to see you. Yeah, so yeah, so I had a great time. I do highly suggest that you check out the Wujishwan page. If someone could find that link for me, because I can't quite get there just yet. If you wouldn't mind doing that for me again and just popping that in the chat there. Yeah, so it was a great time. I do highly suggest that if you are in Toronto, that you get to the clinic, sign up with Zach, because he's actually doing some herbal work. Yes, you want to be there for those people who are doing the homework at home, doing the homework. You should definitely take Zach's class on herbs. Yes, you should. Trying to tell you, I can only give you so many hints. I'm supposed to be this wise person, but this is like the give smack upside the head. Take the class, learn your herbs. It's going to be great. You'll learn a lot more than I can teach you or just tell you. And it's a great help when you hear something from me and you hear the same thing from someone else who doesn't know that we're talking about the same thing. Yeah, you're going to hear a lot of correlations. Take the class, invest in yourself, spend the money. It'll be well worth it. The clinic is fantastic. There, Jen's got the link. I just said that. Hi, Carol. Hi, Bev. Nice to see you. So I am here. We are hanging out. I have my wig on straight finally. Today's bling is brought to you by Seditious Jewelry, by the lovely Jeannie. She saw me and she says, sit your butt down. We're making a thing. And I said, yes, ma'am, because this is what you do. See, people think that I'm all-knowing and all-powerful, but yeah, when your friends take care of you, you sit down, you shut up, and you just put the thing on. So this is a fantastic piece. It is rosewood, it is garnet, and it is a lot of lapis. I'm loving it, absolutely loving it. And also fantastic, I have these little teeny garnet bobs on now. I love them so much. I love them so much. Hi, Tara. Nice to see you. Good to see you, Tara. Yes, Jen, thank you for putting the Seditious Jewelry link in there. This is a fantastic piece by Jeannie. And yes, so can everyone hear me okay? I'm not sure, because we all know that when I get really excited about all the things I love, I just become a motor mouth. So, everybody hear me okay? We're all right? Somebody nod, send me an emoji, something like that. I'm just gonna take a quick break to drink something. I promise you it's not alcohol this time. It's not booze at all. Right then, where was I? Excellent. Right, so thank you. Okay, everyone can hear me. I'm not yelling in people's ears. Excellent. So I am doing all kinds of things. I am making all kinds of new products. But in the course of making all these new things, I still get some interesting questions. Not that kind of interesting, but and all the things I say, people are so excited to come and talk to me, to find me, to look at everything I'm doing, to spend a whole lot of money, which I'm greatly appreciative. However, I get a little worried when someone buys something from me. I try to give them all the warnings. I try to make sure that everything is in the listing. They can find all the information, and then they say, so how do I use this? Everyone, I don't want all of your money, just some of it. And I also want you to have good magic. I want you to be able to use everything that I give you as much as you possibly can. But you got to tell me if you don't know how to use it before you buy it. Because if you don't know how to use it and it's 6 months down the road, I'm slightly spiritually responsible for you. It looks bad on me to the spirits, and I do not want to answer to them. That'd be great. So let's talk about a few things. The first one is going to be the most popular things I ever do, which is the anointing oils, the anointing and condition oils, how to use them. Excellent. So let's start with what it is. Two little bottles right here, and one right here. These are little bottles of oil, and inside each one are herbs, resins, and a carrier oil and essential oils. So what do they do? An anointing oil is an oil that is prayed over, say your prayers, and with that prayer, with that spiritual power, it is imbued with the powers to basically boost all the herbs and resins that are in it so that they do a thing. We use oil because it kind of mimics blood. It's super thick, kind of gets on you everywhere, leaves a smell, much like blood does, but it's much more socially responsible and healthier for you. So basically, once you pray over it, once you imbue it with your own power, with the spiritual power, with the power of the spirits, it is basically a little bit alive. So you have this like I give you 3/4 of the spell in the bottle. You praying over it is the last piece. And then voila, it is now alive. Hi, Mark. Hi, Twilight. Hi, Alex. So we have 3/4 of a spell in a bottle. You pray over it. It is now a full spell in a bottle. And it does the thing. Because spiritually, I've basically given all the instructions. You put your own energy in it that turns it on. Now, an anointing oil, you pray over it, it does the thing, and you basically pray over something else or someone else. You take the oil on your finger and you touch the thing. So I will give an idea because I'm slightly evil and chaotic something. We don't know. So let's say, I'm just going to disappear for a moment. Let's say you want to protect your home. Everyone wants that. However, you need to be a little discreet about it. I like discreet magique. It is fantastic. Now, let's take the fiery wall of protection, which is what I have in my hand right now. One of my best sellers, fantastically, lots of good resins in it, with a little bit of salt, a little bit of dragon's blood. It's fantastic. So we're gonna. Hi Meredith. Hi Sarah. Hi Catherine. So we're gonna protect our home, but we need to be discreet about it. But let's say we have all of these fantastic paintings around. Wait, it's this way. There we go. We have this fantastic painting. Yes, I did this one. It's okay. This painting will hang in my house. Fantastic. I want to use this painting to help protect my home. What I can do is turn it over, take my little fiery wall of protection, dab the corners, even dab the back. I say my prayers over it to basically empower it a little bit more, and this can now hang over my door as a ward. See? Discreet. Everyone says, oh, what a lovely piece of art. It sure is. And for some strange reasons, certain people just don't come to my house anymore. And certain people won't come in my house anymore. Imagine that. Art, magic, win. It is discreet. So that's the idea of the anointing oil. Hi, Milu. Yes, Twilight, you can anoint Sharon, but I have a special thing for that. Talk to me later. Yes, so now let's say you want to be a little bit more discreet. You need a different kind of protection. You can take your firewall of protection and with very carefully care for your materials, you can anoint yourself. If you need protection around you, you can anoint your head. If you need protection for your crown, you can anoint your jewelry. You see where this is going, people? If need be, you can go and anoint the wheels of your car. I don't highly suggest it. If you want to, just dab on the outside. You can dab, the inside of your car with care to the materials. Just be careful. Please do not anoint, grandma's 1865 lace, because trying to get that out is a nightmare, and my dry cleaners already see me coming. Yeah, I walk in, they just shake their heads. We don't want to do that. Not anymore, please God. But yes, so that's the fantastic part about the anointing oils. They're very versatile. Now, if you want to get personal and even more discreet, let's say you wash your hair. You can take a little bit of oil, put it on your hands, and run it through your hair so it's with you as it dries. Ooh, hi Janice. Hi Nat. Hi Sharon. Nice to see all of y'all. Yes, so you can do it like that. You can just put it over yourself like that. That way, one, it is discreet, and two, it is with you, always with you all the time. Now, let's say you have some allergies, because that's a thing. First of all, there are only maybe 2 items that I make that actually have nuts in them, because I know y'all have allergies. I have allergies too, because crazy enough, the one thing I'm allergic to is lavender, which is almost in freaking everything. Lavender, of all things, come on. Anyway, hi Misha. So yes, so I'm allergic to lavender, so I make sure that whatever I use is usually really good for everyone. However, there are some times where you're still allergic to something. If you want to know what's in it, come talk to me, please. Tell me what your allergies are, and I will basically X out all the things that you cannot have or cannot touch, because I don't want to kill you, and I don't want to use my EpiPen or any of my first aid training, because that's work. No, thank you. And we will find something that works. If I don't have anything that works for you, with, $10 deposit, I will make something for you. Pretty easy. So please don't try to be, slick. Ask me, what's in this, what's in that, saying that you just want to know. If you're allergic to it, just let me know. If you just want to steal my recipes, just let me know. Believe me, I will anoint the hell out of it. I will bless it for you so you can have all the success you could ever want to choke on. I mean, have all you. So that's all the things. Shelly, lavender is evil, yes. Yes, Corinne. You should always text your sad saying, any allergies? Hi, Jace. Nice to see you. Yes, and Casey is allergic to everything. We have worked on that a few times, and I'm still working on your other thing that you wanted, Casey. I actually still working on that. Not quite yet, because I'm a perfectionist. Once again, people, for those who actually know me, you can talk to Janice, you can talk to Jace, you can talk to Chelly. I'm a bit of a perfectionist. I like to sit on things until they're just right. One of my favorite oils is Van Van. There are people who will tell you some stories about Van Van. It took me 2 years to get Van Van right, because I just wasn't right. It just wasn't right. Everything I'd read, everything I tried, it just wasn't right. And one day, bam, done. My road opener took me 3 years, because I am just like that. Voila. So there we go. So we were talking about oils. So that is the anointing oil. You can put it on things, you can pray over them, and basically the 3/4 of the spell in the bottle will work. Now let's talk about condition oils. Now, condition oils are for specific conditions or concerns. Whereas if you have a headache, you can take some aspirin or some Advil, Tylenol, whatever. So that's, sort of a general idea. If you have a sharp stabbing pain in your eye, you may need something more specific. Like me, I get ocular migraines. Hooray, once again, that's why we're in the dark. So I need a little bit something specific for that. That's what condition oils are. Therefore, a specific condition that you have. So let's say you're feeling stuck, you don't know what's happening, you can't move your energy right, you would need Blockbuster, because that works through energetic blocks. My Blockbuster is actually gentle enough to work on energetic blocks for yourself, not just everywhere else. So that would be a condition oil. Let's say that you're feeling like, you're having a string of bad luck. One more thing after one more thing after one more thing. It happens. So what I would counsel that you do, you go get yourself a reading. You can go to Amy Lou. You can go to Maple Tree Druidry and go see Caroline. You can go to anyone who's a really good reader. We have lots of them. You can go see a medium like Janice. She's in there. You can get a rune reading from Darcy or Chelly. You can go see these people and get confirmation. Because here's the thing. 7 times out of 10, you're not cursed. You're not hexed. You're just in a cross condition. You just got yourself turned around, and now you're in the one more thing cycle. And one more thing, and one more thing, and one more thing. You stepped in crap, then your shoe broke, and then you fell over, you stubbed your knee, and you can see how this could be one more thing, and you'll think you're cursed. You're not. So for that specific condition, you would use something called uncrossing. So I have uncrossing, I have a wash, I have an oil, I have a powder, which I can't seem to keep in stock. What are y'all doing with this stuff? Well, I know what some of y'all are doing with it, but don't tell me anymore. Anyway, trying to breathe through this one. Hi, Matt. Nice to see you. Yes. Twilight asked me, what about making a love closer faster? All right, so y'all gonna make me say it. Leave the love spells alone. It's a trap. In the immortal words of our patron saint, Admiral Akbar, it is a trap. Do not mess with affairs of the heart. If someone loves you, they're going to love you. Full stop, period, nothing else. You don't want it closer, you don't want it faster, you just want it. Don't worry about it. So Twilight, you're fine. You're fine. Right then. Oh, by the way, Amy, I was on the internet. I'm so sorry. I was looking at Gaiwan cups. We might have to have tea. Right. So anyway, so we're talking about conditions. So the uncrossing, that would be to help break the cycle. You're just in a cross condition. Now, let's say you go get that reading from Amy Lou or Caroline, or you go see a medium like Janice, and you find out, holy crap, somebody tagged you. You're cursed. You're hexed. Specific condition. This is fixable. 19 times out of 20. That's when you use something like Hexbreaker. Hexbreaker comes in an oil. You would basically use that to anoint yourself if need be, or we can work with candles. Ah, my favorite thing in the world. Yes, I am an Aries moon. I have them everywhere. One of my favorite people, Kelly's Candles, makes the best. They make my candles, my spell candles. Kelly is fantastic. These candles will burn anywhere from 24 to 36 hours in a proper tall holder. They're pretty fantastic. So, ooh, everyone's so talkative. So yes. Hi, Pam. Nice to see you. Hi, Rosemary. Nice to see you too. So yes, so you use something called Hexbreaker. We can use those to anoint candles. Remember, anointing, we're imbuing our intention in the bottle and putting it on the thing. And then voila. And then the condition. A condition oil is a type of anointing oil, but it's for a specific thing. Now, I can make an oil for almost anything. I only make one love one, and it's not necessarily for love. It's just a drawing thing because love spells are a trap. I'm going to keep saying it. Stop right there. Love spells are a trap. Yes. Now, if you really, really, really want to get something like seriously figured out and you need some candle magic to go on top of it, I got you covered. So let's talk about candle magic for a minute and fire magic. The anointing oils that I have were primarily made for candle magic. They were made to anoint candles, small ones or big ones, doesn't matter. That's what they were made for, because when you actually put the oil on your hand and you touch the candle, it becomes a psychic link. That's what they're made for. Because I tried to make them as versatile as possible, you can use them to anoint yourself, anoint your money, anoint all kinds of things. But sometimes that's just not enough. or sometimes you feel like you just don't have the skills to get it done. That's when you go see my friends over at Queen of Pentacles Conjure. Go talk to Debbie. Debbie's got the hookup. Because not only will you invest in a good reading, she can do the candle service on top of everything. Oh, and there's Jeannie from Seditious Jewelry. Hello, Jeannie. Hello. Twilight asked me, what about muting a big mouth? Oh, I got a special thing for that, but it's on the private menu. You got to come talk to me later and bring your wallet. Right. So we were talking about candles. That's what they were made for. But sometimes you don't feel confident doing it. That's where someone doing a candle service can actually work for you. Now, I did say a couple of days ago that I had lit up my altar and I was going to drop a house at someone. I am not responsible for Ottawa and Gatineau. That is not me. Just letting you know right now. I'm not necessarily on the side of Glinda, but I'm not physically dropping houses on people because that's a bad idea. And one, that's way too much energy and that's a whole lot of work. No, thank you. I like to be energy efficient, lazy, because why work harder when you can work smarter? Whole idea. And yes, Jen remembers the first and second rules of candle magic. Number 1, fire safety, and 2, I'm serious, don't burn down your house. Right. So I like a lot of candles. I like to set things on fire. If I need something done that's a little bit out of my depth or I don't have time, I go talk to Debbie at Queen of Pentacles Conjure. So there we go. So there we have. Now we have condition oils that we talked about, like Firewall of Protection, like Uncrossing, like Hexbreaker. And then I make these other things because why not? And my brain kind of works a little differently. I work on a different just frequency. Sometimes it's playing a whole lot of Elvis Presley, and sometimes it's playing a whole lot of Aretha Franklin. Depends on the day, and depends on what the spirits are talking about. But I also make these things called medicines. Now, medicines are my versions of anointing oils, and they're connecting with certain spirits, certain entities, sometimes certain deities. And this one, which is my personal favorite, well, one of my personal favorites because I have so many, is called Fox Medicine. Now, there are a whole lot of people out there who've seen Fox. Fox has been rolling around every now and then. He's rolling up with his good friend, Coyote. Is my little fox. Isn't he cute, everybody? This is Foxy. This is Foxy, and this is my Fox Medicine. Good stuff. So Fox Medicine actually works with, on an herbal level, all the qualities, all the quirks, all the things that Fox represents in herbs, because herbs are basically the language that we speak to the world. Hi, Jenny. Yes, and Jen Brown loves that hedgehog oil. I actually make a hedgehog medicine. The hedgehog is a fantastic, fantastic little animal because he's all about buckling down, getting the job done, button chair, getting the work done, and doing the thing because hedgehogs are awesome. But those medicines, those things are anointing oils. And those are specifically made to work with certain spirits, certain deities, certain entities. So I've got fox, I've got coyote, I've got hedgehog, I've got a hawk medicine. I have, some other things. I have hummingbird. Hummingbird medicine was made as a request, and I only make like maybe 2 or 3 bottles a year. And I'm always genuinely surprised when someone actually picks it up. Hi, Gananosoe, how are you? And yes, Jace, mermaid medicine is coming. I just had to get all the things from it. And yes, Sarah, I will make more deer medicine that is actually on deck for you, as well as a whole bunch of things. I already was at the post office and sent out a bunch of packages today, so some of you are getting a surprise. Yay! And that's what I do. So mermaid medicine is coming. It's going to be an interesting thing. Hi, Jessica. Nice to see you. How's it going? Yeah, so that's going to be a fun time. The thing is just that it takes a lot out of me to make these things. One, because I do a lot of research, as you can see by all the books. My friends over here, I do a lot of research. I do a lot of spiritual work, and my house basically, my house and my altar, my spiritual space, basically becomes, a little minor home for them. So that's why I've got a fox over here. That's why I've got coyote hanging out over here. What's up, y'all? Um, I've got I've got hawks downstairs. I have fox. I have the dragon medicine. Oh my goodness, the dragon medicine. Um, yeah, so I've got a lot of things, but just remember, I'm not just like reading things out of a book and slapping them all together and putting a label on it. If it were that easy, oh my God, if it were that easy, yeah, it'd be a whole different story that we're happening now. Yes, Twilight, I see both brides are watching now. Make sure you book the date. Still open for Halloween this year, next year, just throwing that out there. But yeah, so it takes a lot out of me. So if you've asked me for something and I haven't done it yet, I'm not just pushing you off. More than likely, actually, what it is that I just need time to get it right because I'm a perfectionist. Yeah. So what that also means is that if you come over to my shop and I smack your hand away from something, it's not for you. Trust the priestess. Telling you, if I say you don't need it, you don't need it. I don't care how much money you have. Just go with me on this one because you can get yourself in a whole lot of trouble, as some of us found out I remember to this day. I was at during Pagan Pride a couple years ago, and this beautiful girl comes up to me, says, "Terry, it's you," and I'm like, "Yes, it is." And she says, "I got the fox medicine from you." I'm like, "Yes." She says, "My life." And I'm like, "Are you okay with this?" She's like, "Yes." I'm like, "Okay, well, there you go." Um, yeah, so just be careful. Try to go easy on the stuff. Sometimes when I make things, especially when I make the medicines for the spirits and the deities, the bottles themselves do come alive. I I made a snake medicine once for someone. I may or may not make it again, depends on what happens. For the life of me, I could not hold on to the bottle. I don't do snakes, not my thing. But the bottle just slipped out of my hand. To be clear, snakes are not slippery. They're actually super grippy because of their scales. They actually hold on pretty well. They can like wrap around and hang on for almost life. This bottle would not stay in my hand for anything. Anything. I'm like, okay, all right, it's gonna be like that. So I call myself being slick. I wash my hands. I got an alcohol pad. I wiped the bottle down because maybe I just had oil on my hands. Nope. That you know what was slippery. It would not stay in my hands for anything. I don't get it, but okay. It's not just meant for me, but that's okay because sometimes it's like that. Sometimes I'm drawn to make a thing and it's just not for me. Doesn't work for me? Okay. But yes, so please be careful. Try not to go overboard because it's a thing. And like I said, I'm slightly spiritually responsible for you. So if you get yourself in trouble and I have to come get you, I will help you. I'm going to talk about you to your face. I will help you. I may not talk about you to other people, but you know you're going to get the look every time. You might even get the fan every time. I'm going to say, yeah. I'm going to say the famous words, the best words that Dr. Phil ever said. So, how's that working out for you? Because I'm mean. So, yes. So that's a whole lot of stuff that's going on. Whole lot of things that I'm making. I'm also making some stick incense. Crazy, crazy. You will see those on the website. So they are 5 to a pack. There are charcoal sticks. They are cruelty-free. They are essential oil-based. Burn for about an hour. Please use a proper holder. You will see lots of them. Right now, I only have about 6, which means that That's all I got. Please be careful with them. Once again, do not stick your face directly over the can that says Journey. Just trust me on this one. Just don't do it. It's a trap. Yes, so you will see those all around, all at Toronto Pagan Pride Day. I will have the table. I will have a big thing. I will have the huge collection of oils and all kinds of things. Now, here's the fun part, which is why everyone should shop early, talk to me, and shop often. There will always be things that aren't on the website. There will always be things that show up at one event and maybe never again. It just happens like that. And sometimes I break out the mother bottles of things that I've made, because yes, I always make at least one for myself, and realize that they have to go live somewhere else. It is what it is. If you happen to be in the right place at the right time, good on you. If you're doing the homework, and you all should be doing the freaking homework, you may find yourself with a bag of stuff that you've bought and a little something extra at the bottom. Right? Yes, Twilight, we will be at Toronto Pagan Pride Day. That will be on September 30th, which is just in 6 days. We'll be at Witchwood Barns, barn number 4 in the stop. It'll be there all day. Please come out and join us. It'll be fantastic. Once again, I will probably have swag bags for you. So come on down, get a little extra something good. You never know what's going to be in it. Could be an extra something that just magically appears, right? Who knows? So definitely come on out and see us. Oh my goodness, I'm supposed to talk about so many things. Right. Right, so as I'm here, I am talking. If you have questions for me, quick questions off the top, talk to me now, show me what you got. If you have a picture of your shelf, I love to see your shelves. I love your shelfies. I love to see your altars. I love to see what's going on. And I love to see that you're actually doing the homework, because that makes me really happy. Once again, my premise for Beaux Magique is to make good magic. And it's to make the good magic accessible for you. Because once again, we're in a recession, money's kind of tight, and this is the time where so much is changing on our daily lives everywhere that we really need the magic in our lives to help out. So what that also means is that you can use my products to accentuate, augment anything you like. If you want to pray over your bottle, that's fine. You know, you can get a bottle of angel magic and, you know, talk about, you know, any psalm that you like. Oh, don't worry. And don't worry, Casey, one day I will come and see you. One day, it's coming. But yes, you can use these bottles to do whatever you like. You can talk about prayers to your own gods, to your own spirits, to your own deities, and you can imbue that spirit in the bottle. That's why I make the bottles clear, so it's easier for you to visualize and pray. Oh, look, they actually fit inside your hands if you hold them like that. Imagine that. Because I try to make it accessible. I make these oil bottles in 1-ounce bottles because they're easy to fit in your pocket. If need be, you can just tuck them right in. No one's ever going to notice. See, no one even can see that. I have 42 triple Ds. It is what it is. But there you go. And these also fit in a shelf. They fit in a sock drawer. They fit in a wallet. I highly suggest that if you put them in your purse or your bag, put them in a plastic bag, because these bottles that I make, once you pray over them, once you handle them, once you think about what they're going to be used for, they are slightly alive, which means if the bottle thinks that you aren't using it enough, it will find a way to get used. That may mean unscrewing and dumping all in the bottom of your bag. It's happened to me. Lumiere everywhere. Good times. Good times. So busy. Oh my God. Hey Annette, how's it going? But yeah, so just remember, the magic works. It has to work. If it didn't work, I would not be here. I would still be working at that other place, hating my life, and not enjoying everything I have right now, which is a fantastic life. But remember, I pay for it. I do a lot of studying. I do a lot of work. I do a lot of just research. I do a lot of praying. Oh my God, the praying and the meditation, and then the homework, and then the praying, and then the meditation again. Yeah, because for me, working like this is smarter, not harder. Thank you, Scrooge McDuck. So, what? Hi, Claudia. Twilight, what are you on about? What about sex magic? That's a different conversation. This is supposed to be like at least PG-13. We gotta have a conversation in person, all right? Just what are you talking about? My good friend Debbie. We were talking the other day, and I told her a horrible thing. I got one of those soda machine things where I can make my own sodas. Yeah, bad idea because it's delicious, absolutely delicious. And then Debbie, in her fantasticness, says, "You know, Terry, you work with herbs." I'm like, yes, you could totally make a soda that I can make success soda. Ba, 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 ba. Yeah, so that might be a thing, but you got to come to my house and drink it. There we go. But yes, so I am doing the things. It's a lot of work. If you have questions, please let me know. Um, oh, what do I think of sex magic? Okay, sex magic is a thing. It happens. Why? Why? Because two people together can make a whole lot of energy because sex is what it is. If you're sweating and out of breath at the end of it, you've just expended a whole lot of energy. It is what it is. Harnessing that energy is a thing. It's also a little bit on the dangerous side if you don't know what you're doing, if you don't do enough research, because once you hit the climax, oh my goodness. Yes, once you hit the climax and you release your spell, it goes out and does the thing. There is no second thought, there is no second chance. And in the moment, if you have a stray thought, if you think the wrong thing, if you say the word wrong, you don't get to take it back because, oh, look at Sarah. Oh, I love it. Look at her selfie. It's fantastic. Yes, so once you hit the climax and you say the wrong thing, you can't bring it back. And I don't know about you, but after for like round two, I need like some juice, maybe a protein bar, a little cold towel to like, reset. And sometimes the feeling doesn't come back or the same amount of feeling doesn't come back. So if you're gonna do sex magic, get your meditation game straight. And what I mean by that is that get your focus straight. You have to be able to be focused so that no matter what, you can still say the words right, do all the things right. Your best bet would be have no headphones on and go in a mall, the food court, near a school at 4:30. Now, in all of that chaos, read a book and comprehend what you're reading. Because in all the chaos that's around you, you have to be able to focus. Because when you're in your feelings, yeah, sometimes all kinds of things are coming up. We are working with energy, and when working with sex magic, it is the primal energy. So once you hit that peak, hit that high, you could yell out the name of your gardener when you were 15, and who knows where that comes from, but now you've just ruined the spell. So it happens. It's a thing. If you want to do it, work with yourself first. I can say that, right, Corinne? I just work with yourself first, alone, to get the hang of it, to understand how your energy rises, how it falls, how you feel afterwards. Journal your work. Oh my God, journal everything. Because as we've learned, the brain is a very poor recording device. It remembers things the way it wants it to be, basically to make it either really, really bad so that you never do the thing again, or really, really good so that you do the thing the way your subconscious wants you to do it, which may or may not be the right thing to do. Yes, so um, Corinne says, what about setting the intention beforehand? Yes, you can set the intention beforehand. However, in my experience with myself, it is best that at the moment of climax, you release the spell. You send it out into the world to do the thing. um, yeah, so it happens. Journal your work though. Time, date, full moon, whether, if you brush your teeth funny, how you're feeling beforehand, what you were wearing, because all of those things make a difference. I was talking with super cute Ian this year at Hearthfire and at a Culticon, and we talked about layering on the magic. The reason why we as pagans, like, we're throwing all these colors at you, saying, red means passion, blue means calm, is that as time goes on, we want you to be able to layer things on so that if you decide to go with sex magic, for whatever the intention is, you're wearing the right colors. You've had the right type of champagne beforehand. If you're going to, seriously work on sweetening people up, bring out the mead, bring out the honey, bring out the super sweet pomegranate, whatever it is, because you want to sweeten that thing up. So you're wearing the right colors, you're drinking the right champagne, you have the right scents in the air, the sheets are the right color, the sheets are the right feel. If you really want to have good intention so that you're not even distracted, get the 300 count cotton sheets. Not satin, not silk, you'll slide right out. Trust me. You will hit the sheets and hit the wall. It's a bad idea. But the really good cotton that basically just feels like, just fantasticness. Yeah, it feels like silk on your skin. That's what you want. That way it enhances the pleasure. It enhances all the things. And you are more sort of centered in the right frame of mind. Because don't forget, sex is mostly in your head. I mean, the body's there. Hi, River. Hi, Linda. Yes, and no scratchy sheets. But yeah, so a lot of sex is actually in your head. It really is setting up the intention beforehand. Because if you're doing it right, the really good sex actually starts like 3 hours beforehand when you get in the wink and the nod. You're like, oh, yeah, hey, oh, look at, oh, it's going to be like that. All right, so I'm just going to fix my hair and my makeup and get some extra protein in there, yeah, 1,500 thread count. Oh my God. Well, if you use the cuffs too, that's a whole different intention. All right, Claudia. That's about binding and yeah, anyway. So if we're just going like straight sex, harnessing the energy that's there, it all starts beforehand. So by the time you get to the actual act, a lot of the pre-work is done, but still at that climax, in my experience, have the intention, have the final word of the spell so that at the climax it can be released. And voila, it is done. Relax in the glow, get some water, maybe go for round 17, up to you. Please stay hydrated. Hydrate before you libate. Thank you, Allie. And, just try and keep it together. But that is my experience. I've seen it work with other people, not in person. No, I just see the journal work afterwards. Bad idea. However, it does work. But you still have to have your meditation game straight. You still have to have your focus. You still have to have control over your energy. So you still got to do the homework. There is no shortcut. There you go. All right. Corinne asked me more. Can two partners put energy towards something in one person's life? You could, however, we'd have to talk about some specifics, and I would have to see the actual spell work and how it's going to work. Because yeah, it just has to. It's all about logistics at that point. Twilight asked me, what about non-straight sex? It doesn't matter. Sex is sex. It's straight, bent, crooked. I don't care. Sex is sex. It doesn't matter. No, when I meant by Twilight, Twilight, go to Sharon's room. All right, you're just being a brat. Um, yes. So straight sex, sexy sex. I don't care who your partner is. Consent is sexy. I'll be consenting people. That'd be great. Um, Corinna's asking about logistics. Two people doing sex magic for one person. It can work. It won't stick to the other person, but once again, that's logistics. We would have to figure out exactly how it's going to work and who's going to carry the brunt of the magic work. You know, who's going to say the final word of the spell? What are all the things that are going to happen to it? Because anyone can work on behalf of anyone else if they have permission. You know, that's how setting lights works, which is Queen of Pentacles conjure, because I don't have the time and I like fire. Um, but yeah, so anyone can do that. Yes, Claudia says it is the raising of the energy. It is still logistics. So let's say I go to Queen of Pentacles conjure, go to my good friend Devi, and I say, I need a raise at work. Do the work for me. Or rather, set the light for me. She will tell me all the things that I need to do because now it's two people working together to get one thing for one of the other people. So basically, she's carrying the brunt of the magic work, but I still have to do things for it. So I'm hoping that this makes sense. So even though Debbie's doing a lot of the magic work, I still have to like show up for work. I still have to pay her for her work. I still have to take the 13-hour bath. I still have to meditate. I still have to do my prayers. You know, I still have to not mouth off to the boss. I still have to do all of those things to make the magic work. So hopefully that makes sense to people. Yay, it makes sense. Yay, thanks, Corinne. But yes, so as we can see, there are all types of things that we could be doing with work. And if anyone wants to work alone, there are specific candles that you can get. You should totally talk to Kelly's Candles about that because we can definitely make the candles that are shaped like genitals, whichever one you want. Kelly can do it for you, and then we can. That's a whole different separate class on that one that we will have to work on. But yes, so yes, I still have to buy the lotto ticket if I'm going to win the lottery. Yes, there are a whole lot of people who will go to your root worker, go to your diviner, and say, "Do the magic for me." And it's like, no, this is two people. I can do like most of the work, but you still got to do it. The old joke is that I prayed to God and told God I wanted to win the lottery, and then I never won the lottery. And then when I died, I go to God and I say, "Why didn't you tell me? Why didn't you let me win the lottery?" And God says, "Buy a ticket. Why didn't you buy the ticket?" So you still have to participate in some kind of way. But here's the thing. If you feel like you can't do it alone, or you feel like you're stuck somewhere, that's why you have diviners. That's why you have root workers. That's why you have your conjure people. That's why you have your conjure women, your broom women, your brujas. That's why we're here to help you get to the magic so that the magic is accessible to you. Hi, Danielle. Nice to see you. But yes, so all of those things happening. The other thing, when you're working with a root worker, conjure woman, conjure doctor, bruja, whatever they want to call themselves, and they do work for you, tell them what happened. If the work failed, if it didn't fail, if things got better, if things got worse, say thank you. Because if you don't let us know if things are working, we don't know. So we think that it didn't work, and we know never to do that thing again. So if someone's helped you get a job, go back to them and say, "Thank you so much. I got the job. You're the best." Tell your friends, invite people over, talk to them about it, because we are here working for you in the community. If we don't even know that things are working, we're going to stop and move on, because obviously things don't work here. No one's telling me, voila. So if you've had really good success with anything that I've made, anything I've helped you with from a million years ago, if I did a reading for you, let me know if it worked. Let me know if it didn't work, because if it didn't work, I want to make sure that it works. When I love going to shows and walking by and just like hitting people up with Lumiere because it freaking works. And I want everyone to be successful. I want you to be happy. I want you to have all the love, all the sex, all the pie, all the Winchester brothers, anything you want. I want you to have it. I want you to have everything you want in your life that will make life meaningful, that will make it happy, that makes you feel loved and wanted and like a whole human being, because I want that for myself too. I'm kind of selfish that way, but it is what it is. Um, but if I don't know that it works, maybe I'll never make the thing again. You know, I may make a special bottle for you of something that's fantastic, super hard, and if you never get back to me, I may not ever make it again. It could be the best thing since sliced bread, since bottled beer, since soft porn on TV. Who knows? But if you don't tell me, I'm never gonna make it again. And it could be great. Other people could be benefiting from it, but I don't know. Because I do my best to be objective about everything. Just because things work for me doesn't mean they're going to work for everyone. And I try not to get high on my own supply here, right? I could spray myself down and do all the successful things, but maybe that's because I've done the meditation, I've done the homework, and I could touch anything, decide that it is wholly pure and majestic, and it will bring me all the things that I want, imbue it with the energy, and it will do that. Because if you do the homework, you can do that. So I have my success soda here with all the good things that are successful. And I say with my prayers, as I drink this lovely drink, may all the things that I desire come true. May I have all the happiness, all the love, all the success, all the prosperity that I need for myself and my community. So be it, and it will be. Amen. Voila. I believe it will work. I know it will work. I want to have everything for myself, and I want everything for you. So it will work. So you get success, and you get success, and you get success, and you over there get success, and you hiding behind someone else get success. And all y'all who's actually not talking in the chat room, yeah, I see you there on the radar. Y'all can't hide. It is amazing. Ah. Hi, Caroline. Make lots of money, which is my version of Blessed Be. Make lots of money. Um, yes, so I want you to meet all your goals. I want you to have all the fun, and if things are going wrong in your life, I want to make sure that you can help get out of those crazy places. I want you to get your mojo back. But you got to tell me if you did or didn't. It is what it is. So get in touch with your diviners, get in touch with your readers, your mediums, your psychics, if they've helped you. If they didn't help you, talk to them. Find out what's going on, because that is how we journal your work. That's how we journal our work. For the first 7 years I did readings, I kept a journal of every reading. Only first names, only the date, but I knew what I was doing. So when someone came back in 6 months and they said, so you did a reading for me, I could literally turn back the page going, oh, look at that. Same 4 cards are coming up. How's that working out for you? I could tell, and I could help people fix their lives and meet their goals. But if I don't know, I don't know. If you've bought like $1,000 of product from me and you don't tell me if it's working or not, I can't help you, because it could be as simple as you're not using it right. Maybe, maybe not. If you buy a bottle of Nier, don't drink it. Do not spray it in people's eyes. That's assault. Do not spray it on your bits. Okay? It is what it is, right? Maybe you're just using it differently. And sometimes, this is the most amazing thing, sometimes you use things differently than I intended to, and it actually works better. The lovely Caroline of Maple Tree Jewelry, get a reading from her, or Amy Lou, whatever, or a tea leaf reading, or even Claudia. They're all really good. Caroline says, Terry, I did a thing. I'm like, oh God. Using one of the powders as dry shampoo. Voila. It's totally made to do that. It can do that. Didn't even think about it. I didn't even think about it. I think Caroline is booked like for the next 6 months or so. No. Well, Jen, maybe you can spray it on your tatas, but just be careful. Yes, but you guys are using things the ways I didn't intend, the way I never thought of. Didn't even realize it. Like putting it in your hair. Didn't even realize it. My good friend from my good friend Cardea, Cardea Hinges from Hearthside, Hearthside, Handmade Hearthside. She made these bone needles, right? They're amazing. I don't know if you saw those. They're on my Reverend Terry page, but got some really cool bone needles. She says that when she had her shower, she would spray Florida water or the fluoride in her hair so it's with her all the time. Didn't even think about it. I could have had it. I didn't even think about it. Now, in retrospect, it's amazing. It's amazing. Didn't even think about it, but it can totally be used that way. Didn't know. The powders. Talk about the powders. Dry shampoo. Totally fine. It's also discreet magique in your shoes. A little bit in your shoes every day, especially if you're in a sensitive environment. Super discreet. Watch things move out of your way. You can actually sprinkle it all over your carpet. Use it as carpet powder. You totally can. I promise you that it works. Who knew? Who knew? You can use it as body powder. You can totally do that. If you're a reader, especially if you work with cards, you can actually dust some on your hands and then handle your cards. They won't get sticky, especially if it's a super hot day. They won't get sticky. Imagine that. Imagine that. So, once again, talk to me. Tell me how you're using these things. Tell me how they're working for you. You know, one, some of my really good friends, they bought one of the money candles from me, and they hadn't even used it. They just told me that they took the candle, they kissed it, and put it on their altar. That's what they did, and it worked for them. Okay. Oh, so let's see. Corinne is using her magic oils as lip gloss. Oh, that could be interesting. I might have to make something special for you, Corinne. Jay says they mix the road opener with the laundry soap. Oh, that's a really good idea. Ooh, that could be interesting. I actually do have, I'm pretty sure I have a road opener wash that you can actually put in the softener part of your washer because it's very light and it'll actually scent all your clothes. Excellent, excellent. So yeah, these are things that I'd love to know. I'd love to know how you're doing it and how it's working for you because if I know you're doing the homework, I'm gonna make more magic. It is what it is. If I'm making more magic, that means we're all gonna make money and be successful together. Yay! Let's all make lots of money together. Let's all be super successful together. Let's all do all the things and have all the goals met. And yeah. Oh, Sarah, that's a good one too. Sarah uses her anointing oils to basically ramp up her tattoos. So basically, she's putting the oils on as like a tattoo, or even on top of tattoos. That's really good. I didn't think about that one. Ooh, that's going to be another interesting thing I can make. Oh, excellent, excellent. Um, oh yes, well that's a little bit discreet too. That's great, Shelley. Shelley says that oil diffusers use just use oil diffusers so that people don't realize what you're doing. Once again, discreet, discreet magique. I love it. If you have one of the old wax melts, which are really really great, but the wax doesn't have any scent anymore in it, just turn it on, put a little bit of oil in it. Any of my anointing oils, voila, it's now working again. You're just re-scenting the wax. Voila. Jen uses the hedgehog oil on her candles and her pulse points. Ooh, but yes, um, Twilight is right. Do be careful with your pets. Once again, allergies, pets, old people. Let me know. That way, if something in it is going to be harmful to anyone in your environment, I can probably make something different. So that's always a good thing to always remember. Please keep things out of reach from small children. Do not ingest. Do not drink it. Do not spray it on your bits. up your bits or whatever it is, just don't do it. It's a trap. For legal purposes, I may be an ordained minister. I may be a conjure woman. I may be a root woman. I may be a broom woman, not a medical doctor. So if you have anything that's medically wrong with you, go see your doctor first. See your diviner next. Telling you how to do this. Your doctor first, your diviner next. Get your tea leaves read, get a reading, talk to psychic, talk to medium, and then decide from there. Because it's highly possible that whatever I make will not help you. It'll only make you feel better. Will not fix the problem. And there it is. So I have weird ideas, and we're almost done, people, I promise. I have weird ideas. I fully believe that every spell is a question. We're asking the universe for something. The question is always answered. Sometimes the answer is yes, and sometimes the answer is no. And sometimes the no part is when spells fail. They don't really fail. The answer is just no. So it could be that if we make something for you, the spell's going to fail because of other things that are happening. That's why you see a diviner. So Claudia, Amy Lou, Caroline, Janice, Debbie, all of these people are really good diviners. Listen to them. Don't just like hop from reader to reader because you don't like what they're saying. It's happened. It's happened to me. I've had people like not like anything I'm saying in the reading, then tell me that I'm all wrong. I'm right. Then come back and wait till I'm gone to complain. Whatever. Anyway. But yes. Twilight is asking if there are any good psychics in Barrie. So there is the call out there for you. If my psychics in Barrie are out there, please get in touch with me and Twilight. That way we can get her a good reading, figure out what's going on with her. That way she can get her life on track, because that's what I want. And sometimes we go through cycles. Sometimes we go through the cycles of life sucks, it's going to get better, maybe not for a while. Because the answer is not right now. So that'd be the third answer. But there you go. But if you don't talk to us, we don't know. So everyone, thank you so much. If anyone else have any questions, Corinne has a straight question. Does the King of Spades have any specific resonance? Well, now that is quite interesting because, yeah, let's get the proper thing up. So we're going to talk about my good friend John Corvus. John Corvus is a great person who does fantastic readings, and he taught me a lot of stuff about tarot and about playing cards. The King of Spades does have some significance. So let me just double check. King of Spades, where is my note here? I had it here somewhere. Playing cards. Here we go. Come on, up you come. Flipping pages here. King of Spades. Now, the spades are swords. Spades are swords, and the King of Spades is the King of Swords. So basically, swords are information. Information is not good. It's not bad. It just is what it is. The King of Swords, the King of Spades, sits in his card and looks directly out at you. Especially in the King of Swords in the Waitsmith deck. He's sitting on a throne. His sword is sort of, if he's staring at you, the sword is sort of off to the left, and he's got it ready to swing. He's got on blue and sort of like a orangey red cloak. So he's very calm on the inside, but activities happening all around him because those are things that he's set in motion. So if the King of Spades or the King of Swords rolls up, it is sit very still, let everything happen all around you, sit very still, be very calm, and focus on what's in front of you. Because yeah, things are happening all right here. Because one, if you were in an ER, yeah, it's a little bit crazy time. But you have to focus on the present and use the information that's there. Um, the King of Swords, the King of Spades, in Tarot, the King of Swords has sort of clouds behind him. Those are doubts. Doubts are very far behind him. So he's in the present, he's sitting, he's calm, but he's ready to swing. He's ready to put the sword either to the left or the right to break apart, to do the thing. So um, use your brain, focus. Don't use your emotions. Let those be on the outside, but you have to use your brain to focus. Hi, Jonathan. Nice to see you. Yes, Twilight. Janice is amazing. Don't worry, River. A lot of people are feeling stuck. It's not just you. That is a psychic tide that we're having. Um, and we can chat about personal growth if you like. We can totally do that because I can either help you or get you in the right place to get some help for you. So yeah. So Corinne, I hope that answers your question. So yes, there we go. Excellent. So once again, I love tarot. I love tarot so much. I'm so sad I don't have any new decks, but I've just been so busy and been crazy. It has been a crazy summer. So yes, are there any other questions for me? Jonathan says he found me on an old podcast on Deeper Down the Rabbit Hole. Those were fun times, good times. I'm hoping to do more podcasts in the future. Um, uh, yeah, we'll see. Look at that community coming together. So, River, you got some friends, Twilight and Sarah there. Reach out. We can always do the thing. We are all together in this. So I'm hoping to do some more podcasts in the future. Stay tuned for those. If you'd love to have me on your podcast or talk to you about stuff, give me a shout. We can definitely put it on the radar there. Gananosoe has a question about the Hierophant. Oh, let's do it. Talk to me. Talk to me about the Hierophant because there are good times on that one. I just got my notebook here. Let's see. What does she say? The Hierophant keeps coming up over and over again. Oh, so yeah. How's that tradition coming? Working with tradition and all the things in your life. How's the education going? How are the things working in your education? Because I know you, Get In Us Way, are doing some interesting things with tradition and learning and teaching. And all of that just keeps coming up, which means you're still in it. Seek counsel, seek advice. Maybe people are coming to you for advice, but you are definitely working within the tradition. For some people, that means sit down, shut up, nod your head and smile, and do exactly what the teacher tells you to. Sometimes, but you are in this idea, this structure of teaching and learning, and it is usually amazing. It can be eye-opening. Most of the time, it seems really boring. It does seem boring. It seems ridiculous, but in the long run, it will definitely be helpful. Because you're learning old ways, you're learning new ways. Hi, Lisa. Hi, Robin. Nice to see you. So again, I know what it says. It's becoming a flow and not so much a struggle the way it was. Yes. And for your specific idea and your specific situation, it will be a flow, and you will start seeing the big pictures. And that's the great thing about tradition, is that it seems like a struggle. It seems like you're learning all these tiny little things that seem utterly ridiculous, and then one day it all comes into focus and all clicks. It was like that for me learning the tarot. I'm like, why am I learning this? This seems so weird. This is all just really pretty pictures until the spiritual clue by 4 came along, and then I realized that every tarot card is basically, it's artwork. It's a meaning. It is all the layers of every correspondence that you've ever learned and a dozen that you haven't learned yet, all in one, to basically give you a message. Getting us sweet. You leave the men alone. Thank you very much. They don't have time for them. You have bigger fish to fry. Leave the men alone. Don't make me come up there. But yes. So yes, so that's what the Hierophant is all about. Stay in the flow, stay in the tradition structure because there's a lot more in there than you actually realize, and the more connections are there. Like I said, when I learned tarot, there was so much there that I didn't realize until much later after I memorized so many things. Blue is calm, red is action, orange is activity, clouds are doubts, up is up, down is down, and then whabam, suddenly it all made sense. And I almost flipped my lid. It was great. But you got to stick with it. You got to keep going. Yeah, being dedicated is a big key. Um, because in magic, in everything we do that's spiritual, it doesn't matter what religion it is, what spiritual path it is, unless you're dedicated, unless you're focused, you're not going to get a whole lot out of it. And it's not just going to church on Sunday. It's not just going to every Sabbath. It is doing the homework, as I've been saying all freaking summer. Do the homework. If it doesn't make any sense to you, if you've stuck with it for a year and you don't like it, obviously it's not for you. If you still feel called to it, just keep hammering at it. It's going to be great. Yes, Ganadoswe, use your language with your magic because that makes it more special to you. There's a reason why hundreds and thousands of neo-pagans or Celts are learning Gaelic because it makes the magic that's much more special. It does. Because you've taken the time, you've devoted yourself to learning this other language and using it in your magic. That is a type of devotion. That is showing the spirits and the magic and your own energy that you're freaking serious and we're going to do the thing. And if you're serious about it, if the gods, the spirits, and the deities, the energies, if they see you're serious about stuff, like, all right, apparently you're serious. And it's not just getting the tattoos. It's not just being, a Wednesday Wiccan. It's not all about it. It's like, it's not that. Anyone can get a tattoo. That doesn't make them a pagan. That doesn't make them a devotee. Doesn't make them anything. It's a devotion. It's the time that you spend doing the prayers. It's the time that you spend doing the meditation. It is the time that I spend working on every bottle because every oil bottle is made one by one. There is no mother bottle that I pour in. Each one is made differently. Each one is made one by one. And if I'm only making 5, I'm only making 5. If the spirits say, you know what, Terry, you've made one that's good enough, guess what's going to happen? There's only going to be one. So if I'm at an event, shop early. Can't stress this enough. Shop early. Bring your money. Bring me an ice cream sandwich. If it's really cold, bring me a hot chocolate. We will talk about it. However, you have to be devoted. There are many people who they don't do the work. They do all the motions. They go through the motions. They do the liturgy, hail to the gods. They show up, and then they go home. Yeah, and they do nothing else. That's not devotion. That's not spirit work. That's not doing the thing. That's not being magic. It really isn't. Sometimes you got to be a little bit on the obsessive side because we don't want to talk about how many tarot decks I actually have or how many books on tarot that I actually have and all the cheat notes I have about tarot that I actually have. I like Knight of Cups and the Empress is really amazing, and Knight of Pentacles is really good too. But yes, but that's my devotion. When I yes, Corinne says faith without fireworks, faith without works. Yeah, it happens. However, when I do my magic work, when I'm making the bottles, when I'm making the sprays, it is my devotion. It is actually done in my sacred space next to my altar. I am focused on that one thing at a time, so that everyone who gets a bottle gets all the magic that I possibly put in one bottle. I can only put in 3/4 of the spell. Put the whole thing in, it'll explode. I've had bottles leak on me before. I have not yet magically nuked my car, but it's probably going to happen. is what it is. But without the devotion, faith without the work is no good. You know, I'm from New Orleans. I've seen those super holy Sunday people, and Monday they're right back out doing the same things that they just confessed and asked for forgiveness on Sunday. It doesn't work that way. Maybe for some people it does. It doesn't work for me. And everyone I talk to, it doesn't work for them. And sometimes you have to remember that the devotion isn't something that you show outwardly, because you don't see me in the lab. I don't show you me in the lab literally making each bottle at a time. You get a picture every now and then of something that I've finished or something that I've messed up, because I'm not humble at all. Jen asks, is it okay to set an alarm on your phone to remind you to do something until you get in the habit? You can, if that works for you. Sure. It's whatever works for you. But is it habit or is it devotion? You have to decide. For myself, it is not a habit. It is devotion. I can't help but seeing the symbols everywhere. It doesn't turn off. I am basically naturally drawn to art and seeing symbols. I'm naturally drawn to tarot. I can't tell you how many times I've seen Pixie's face go by, or I've seen her, seen something that she's done. I'm like, I know what that is. Or I've seen her work in something else. I can't turn it off. When I work with my gods, oh my God, when I work with my gods, the devotion is there because it's not habit. It's not habit to do my prayers. It's just something that I do. It's something that I want to do. It's not habit to automatically go to my altar, fill my offering bowl. It's just something that I do, and I don't fill my offering bowls when I want something. Sometimes the spirits and the gods are getting an offering because it's a day that ends in Y. Good times. Any day can be a party. Every day is holy. Everything is holy. And when I say holy, it is special to you. It is spiritual to you. For those who are not magically inclined, who really, really, really just like to do things, you ever wonder why grandma's chicken soup or auntie's chicken soup was the best thing ever when you were sick? It is the love and devotion that they put into it as they're cooking. That is devotion. It's when that's just is what it is. It's the energy that you put into it. You can get a can of chicken soup from anywhere. You can. And if someone loves you enough to make it for you, to cook it for you and bring it to you in a bowl, the devotion is there, the magic is there. It is what it is, people. That is the magic. Casey says that she would do a reminder, and it helps with her ADHD problems in spirit work. Oh, Casey, we need to talk about ADHD problems in spirit work. We need to get you some better spirits. My spirits love my ADHD. They think I'm cute. They think I'm hilarious. Yeah, hilarious. So, honey, I'm so hilarious. Yes, Corinne says she knows Christians who cast that soup spell. Yes, they do. When you pray over anything, it is prayers, it is a spell, it is energy work, it is magic work. Yes, there are people who'll be upset with that. It is what it is. When people are praying over you, when they're singing hymns over you, that is magic work. That is devotion. Sometimes, like me, my devotion is shown not always to my gods. I'm not always on my knees in front of my altar, because my gods they're kind of big picture gods. So my devotion is I'm going to pitch my tent. I'm going to go out to where I'm going to be cold. I'm going to sit in the cold all day. I'm not going to sell anything except to one person who comes up, because I was in the right place at the right time for them. That is my devotion, which is why I like hot chocolate and ice cream sandwiches. Just saying, if you want to bring me one. And sometimes sandwich. Yes, so Casey is in spirit grounded. Oh, we gotta talk about that. But yes, so the devotion is there. You have to manifest it however it needs to work. And sometimes the spirits don't understand you. We also have to remember that the spirits are kind of immortal. As humans, we evolve every 35 years or so ish. The gods are immortal. They've been that way since they've always been. Sometimes they don't understand us as humans. You got to work with that. Again, I know so it says devotion to the spirits of the pets who have passed that were her mom's. Yes. Sometimes it's like that. Did you see the story about the guy who, the old man who pops into like adoption centers and just like hangs out with the cats? That is devotion. He's not doing it for anything. He's just doing it because he thinks it's the right thing to do. You have to decide that for yourself. And sometimes if you need a diviner, psychic medium, or someone like that to help you figure it out, reach out to them, invest in a good reading, invest in a reading with any of the people that I've talked about. They will help you because life is too short to be a little bit ambiguous on if I'm doing the spirits right. It is what it is. Because people tell you that I did the spirits wrong for a long time. And yeah, that's another story that we'll have to talk about in person. So are there any other questions for me? Hopefully. Take a quick drink. Cheers. Oh my goodness, I've been talking nonstop for an hour and a half. Oh my goodness, y'all been listening to me for all of this time. You're crazy people. Absolutely crazy people. All right then. So, as I have said before, thank you everyone for coming. Toronto Pagan Pride is coming up. Definitely see Ouija Schwan clinic for the herbal class that is coming up. See if I can get that link. Maybe, I don't know. Gannon says, can you come visit me and bring me sweets? Sure. I like sweets. I like lots of sweets. I will cook. Thank you, Casey, for my voice. I work on it a whole lot. I grew up with a stutter, and I actually hate how I sound. But I don't seem to mind it when I'm talking to my friends. And my friends love me enough to let me chatter on about all kinds of things for an hour and a half, and sometimes longer. And I'm not even drinking today. Good times. I love you too, Alex. You're amazing. Lisa, I will see you at Toronto Pagan Pride Day. It'll be great. Please bring a coat, a sweater, something. Stay warm. Bring a thermos of hot chocolate, something. Remember, people, that parking is sometimes iffy. Watch the signs. Look for green P parking. Please, no tickets. That'd be great. Look for the horoscopes that are coming up with Soul Body. Soul Body Astrology with Franco. Oh, maybe Franco will show up. I don't know. That is Soul Body Astrology. You rock too. I love you. I love you all. Yeah, check out the website. See everything that's there. Once again, I love you all. It is great to talk to you. It is great to do another Beaux Magique Live on the full moon. Oh my God, what were we thinking? Because the full moon is always a crazy time. I did go out and get water. Hi, Nikki. How's it going? Yes, I did go out and get water already. Oh, the water. That is some devotion. Because the water comes from a spring, and the spring runs 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, even at minus 35. Ask me how I know. That's right, minus 35. My crazy butt is out there doing the thing. Yes, so everyone, thank you for joining in. For our late joiners, if you have any questions, now's the time to get them in because we have been chatting here for quite some time and we're having a great time and it's kind of great. You're welcome, Sarah. Thank you for coming and joining me tonight. Thank you, Corinne. Thank you for coming in. Thank you, Natalie. Thank you, Janice. Thank you all so much for letting me crab at you for a while and let me talk nonstop at you for an hour and a half. Yes, so thank you so much for joining with me, for hanging out with me. You can see me on the website. I do have the Instagrams. I am hoping once again to well, not come up with, but appear on a couple more podcasts in the fall. And as the winter goes around, please see the website. Please see the Facebook page where you are right now for more events that are coming up. I will be in Niagara Falls in a month or so, and Brantford again coming up, and all kinds of places. Hopefully, I'll make my way around the horseshoe, starting in Niagara Falls and coming back around, and hopefully, we will end the crazy trip in Montreal and Ottawa, hopefully by the spring. Yeah, so there we go. Thank you all. If no one has any more questions, I am going to sign off at an hour and a half. Oh my God, y'all let me talk so much. Thank you so much for letting me chatter on. It is greatly appreciated. And you know my version of Blessed Be, make lots of money. See y'all later. Oh yes, Corinne, feed your mojos, do your offerings, thank your gods, thank your root workers, thank your conjure people, talk to your diviners. I love you. Bye.